So today, guys, we're going to be discussing how to lose that belly fat, how to build muscle at the same time if you're someone who's skinny fat. If you're someone who's struggled with having excess fat around their belly or your love handles, I want to give you exactly what you need to not only lose this fat, but to help build muscle and to get the body definition you want in this 10-minute video right here. So again, guys, if you're new, welcome back to the channel. If you're someone who hasn't already seen the channel, welcome back again. We're going to be discussing a great video today, how to lose that stubborn belly fat. I get so many questions on this, and I want to break down as easy as I can to not only give you guys the information, but the essential skill sets you need. So today, guys, we're going to be covering three essentials: the nutrition, the training, and the less is more. So guys, this is a value-packed video. I want to get right to it and give you guys everything you need. But as always, guys, make sure if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button for in-time notifications on new videos that get posted. So again, guys, let's touch on it. Let's get right into it. So guys, if we're talking about nutrition, guys, nutrition is like the key. But in order for us to shred off that excess belly fat, what you're not going to do is, and I'm going to repeat this, what you're not going to do is just rely on essentially doing those ab exercises and overtraining. That's not going to get you what you need. You need to make sure you address it the right way, and I want to give it to you in your nutrition and the other 2 points I mentioned earlier. So guys, in regard to nutrition, we need to make sure we understand our calorie maintenance. Our calorie maintenance is huge, guys. So if we understand our calorie maintenance, and if you don't know how to calculate your calorie maintenance, you guys can go online and search a TDE calculator, and essentially gives you a ballpark of what you're going to do. But also a benefit resource that what I want you guys to do as well, just to get a more accurate and understanding of where your calorie intake is per day, is to make sure you track your body weight for 3 or 5 days. And then also what I want you to do is log all your foods into MyFitnessPal. You're going to see your weight either increase or decrease. If your weight keeps on increasing, you need to drop down the calories. Vice versa, if your weight keeps on decreasing, increase the calories, and then you should get a good ballpark of what calorie intake you're at. That will give you your maintenance calories. But in order for us to make sure we shred body fat, we need to make sure we're operating in a calorie deficit. So what I suggest is operate anywhere from 3 to 500 calories below your maintenance. So if you're at 2,000 calories, operate anywhere from 1,500 calories and onwards, depending on what's best for you. Of course, guys, don't starve yourself. Make sure you have your nutrition plan that complements your goals, but it's also sustainable for your lifestyle. That's extremely important, guys, because when you associate shredding belly fat with dropping down your body fat percentage, that gives you the key to success. Because, guys, what you're not going to do, and I have to repeat this because there's so many people just think if you're training abs, your abs are going to show, but that's not what happens. You have to remove the excess fat. You could train abs and get the definition, but you have to remove that excess fat for that definition to show. And that is how you're going to do it, is by dropping down that body fat percentage, by being in a calorie deficit, losing the weight, but also building muscle at the same time, which I'm actually going to get into the next point, which is the training. But that is extremely important, guys. And some essentials I want to give you a framework in regards to your macros or your nutrition is your protein intake should be at minimum 1 gram. So if you weigh 120 pounds, you're eating 120 grams of protein. That is a crucial point. Your fats essentially should be anywhere from 20 to 30%. So those, some good fat sources are dark chocolate, your nuts, your oils, all that good stuff for testosterone levels. And then the third thing, guys, are your carbs. Not your white bread, not your candies, not your soda, not your Sour Patch Kids, not your Sour Straws. All that crap's got to go out. What you're going to revert to are white rice, sweet potatoes, quinoa, fruits, veggies, all this stuff that's healthy and nutrient dense, that gives you exactly what you need. And not only in micronutrients, but also to make you feel satiated longer, to give you the proper energy throughout the day, and to really give you everything you need to operate at your best. So guys, that's the 101 hack for really, the nutrition standpoint, is make sure you operate in a calorie deficit. Make sure that protein intake's at minimum 1 gram. But of course, make sure you tailor it specifically towards your plan. So if you're going to shred fat, what I suggest you do in 1 gram minimum, but maybe bump it up to 1,112, depending on how you do it. Or if you do it based off percentages, maybe to 30 to 40% of your daily or calorie intake for the day. That's what I suggest. Now, guys, let's talk about the training. So guys, if we're talking about the training, we need to do two things: progressive overloads and compound overloading. I made a bunch of videos about this before, but I can't underline the importance of this because it's so crucial, guys, and so many people don't do it, and that doesn't allow you to essentially build the muscle. If you want to do it correctly, you have to structure your training properly. So if you're doing this, guys, your training formulated around progressive overload, which is the ability to build muscle over time. So what you essentially do, for example, if you're benching 225, what you're going to do is you're going to operate for your compound lifts anywhere from 6 to 9 reps. Your compound lifts are lifts essentially that hit multiple muscle groups simultaneously. For example, your bench press. If you're going to do your bench press, you're not hitting your chest, you're hitting your shoulders, your triceps, and your core. Multiple muscle groups simultaneously. And in regards to your isolation movements, these are a subgroup of that muscle group. So example, For your chest, you have your incline chest, or maybe you're doing cables, whatever it is, you're hitting a sub part of that chest. And those are anywhere from 8 to 12, 8 to 10. I like to cap off around the 12 mark. Depending on where you want, you could also do it at 10. It's totally up to you. I like to keep at the 12. And then it's the same thing, guys. What you're going to do is increase the weight. Your reps are going to decrease, and you're going to rinse and repeat to build muscle. For your compound lifts, it's anywhere from 6 to 9 reps. Same thing. Once you get to the 9 rep range, you're going to increase the weight. Your reps are going to decrease. You're going to rinse and repeat. And that's the model you guys use for both your isolation and compound lifts. Your compound lifts should always start your workouts, but it's very important you kind of use this model exactly towards what you're doing in regards to your training. So if you're training 5 to 6 days per week, I recommend a push-pull leg split. Or if you're doing, 5 to 6 days, you can also do an Arnold split. 4 days, an upper and lower body split. 3 days, a full body. And if you're doing 2, just make sure you prioritize your compound lifts with that progressive overload I mentioned. Now we have a formula for nutrition and training to build muscle and shred fat simultaneously. Those things alone should really help improve your body definition, your composition, and how you feel mentally. But guys, this is the most important point. The less is more principle. You don't need to be lifting 3 hours every single day. You could lift and get substantial results for an hour a day of lifting. So guys, lifting is very important because if you do these small things of not talking to people, of not sitting on your phone, and essentially put in the work when you show up, you can be in and out in an hour. It could take 4 hours per week if you go 4 days. If you go 6 days a week, you're going 6 hours. That's fine, guys, but make sure you go there to work. It's not a social event. You go there, put the work in, and after you can talk to people. It's so important because a lot of people are there for 2 to 3 hours because they're sitting on their phone between sets and there's no reason to stay that long. You could do this in an hour. If you want to spend an hour 15, that's fine, but that's the max. You don't need to stay that long. So the less is more is you prioritize doing your lifting for whatever days you tailor towards a week, as I mentioned earlier. And then, guys, you're really optimizing your recovery, the water intake, your nutrition, you're getting the proper sleep. This stuff is so crucial. You have to get 8 hours of sleep, guys. It's crucial for body recovery and essentially to get the gains in muscles because, guys, your body needs to essentially use its energy to really refuel and give you the proper, not essentials of what you need, but to also operate your best. Your water intake, you should be drinking anywhere from 3 to 5 water bottles per day, guys. Again, water intake is so crucial. And it also makes you suppress your appetite the more water you drink. Maybe if you want to rely on some caffeine, that's fine as well. But, always do it in the proper proportions. So, guys, that alone is you prioritize the less is more principle. Those 3 things will really allow you to shred that belly fat, build muscle simultaneously between that nutrition and training and really prioritizing that recovery standpoint, as I mentioned. Those 3 variables are so important for not only you allowing you to get your dream body, but the ability to essentially shred that fat and to build that muscle simultaneously because you're doing it with the nutrition and the training. And then on top of the less is more principle, which essentially is prioritizing that recovery and complement it with your training and nutrition, as I mentioned. So guys, I hope this video was helpful. Again, I try to make these videos 10 minutes, high value per second, everything you need. But those are the exact steps if you want to shred your belly fat and to get rid of those love handles, so get rid of that excess fat. Those 3 things will give it to you right away. You're not going to see results, guys, starting tomorrow, but you're going to see results over the time if you really put in those inputs and you compound those inputs. If you're someone who does it for a day and say like, yo, where's my results? You have to remove the short-term fix and implement long-term sustainability, habits that compound over time with time. Time is your most important asset. And if you're not willing to essentially see the long-term game and you want the instant results, it's not going to happen, guys. You need the essential skill sets and information to not only get the results, but to help sustain. Think about like a test, guys. If you have the answer key to a test, you're going to get 100. That's a quick fix approach. But if you need to get the 100 over the long term, if you have to retake the test without the answer sheet, you're gonna fail it. But if you knew the skill sets and the information to not only get the result, but to sustain it long term, then you can always ace the test. Think of it like that. Same thing with the fitness, guys. You have to get the skill sets and knowledge for you to sustain these results long term and just build on existing skill sets. So then, guys, I hope this video was helpful. As always, if you thought this video was helpful, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you give me a thumbs up or you smash that like button because it really gets to see stuff like this, how it's helping you and it's really bringing value, not only in your fitness journey, but for you unlocking your true potential. So guys, make sure you check out the IG right here for more essential tips on not only shredding fat, but the ability to build muscle effectively and essential updates that you guys need to start using today that not only allow me to get the results, but to help sustain it and to essentially unlock your true potential. So again, guys, thank you for watching another great video. So happy to have you guys on the channel. As you guys know, I try to give the most I can in these 10 to 12 minutes. We're getting close to that right now, but the 10 to 12 minutes to really have an impact in your life and to really unlock your full potential. So as always, guys, thank you for watching another great video on the channel, and we'll go ahead and see the next one.